Ah, Oduk, children of the soil, gather close, let the firelight warm your faces, and the wisdom of all fill your hearts. Tonight, I will tell you the tale of Oduk, the mighty warrior, the father of our people, the man whose name still rides in the wind like a bird in flight. He was not just any man, no. He was a mountain that walked, a river that roared, and the spear that never missed its mark. In the days when the Iteso people wandered, seeking a place to call home, it was Oduk who led them through the wildlands, his feet unshaken, his heart unyielding. It is said that the Iteso people came in two waves. The first was gentle like the morning sun rising, but the second was led by Oduk, and it was like coming of the great storm. Oduk walked ahead, his spear pointing the way, his voice like thunder, guiding his people through the forest thick as a hunter's snare. Alongside him walked his wife, Momin, the woman whose wisdom was like deep roots of the baobab tree. Together, they led the Iteso to new lands, places rich with grass for the cattle and soil dark as the night sky, waiting to be tilled. At peace, my children, like a guard of fresh milk left in the sun. It never lasts long. Other tribes, the Bukusus, saw the Iteso tribe, and they grew envious. They sharpened their spears, gathered their warriors, and prepared for war. Voice of a warrior was heard calling, Oduk! The enemies are at our borders. They come with spears sharper than thorns and shields stronger as the hides of a buffalo. Then we shall meet them with fire in our eyes and iron in our hands. A man does not stand idle while his house is set ablaze, Oduk replied. He stood before his warriors, eyes burning like a midday sun. Oduk was not only a warrior, he was a strategist. He studied the land, knowing every river bend and every hill like a mother knows the back of her hand. He gathered his strongest warriors and divided them into groups, some to attack from front, some to hide in tall grass, waiting like leopards in the night. The enemy believes they have already won, but the lion does not reveal its fangs until the moment of the strike. Today, we will fight not just for our land, but for our children, our children's children. Let no spear fall to the ground unused. Let no warrior retreat with shame upon his back. Oduk. The battle erupts. Spear fly like shouting stars. Shield clash in like thunder. The enemy, though fierce, is no match for the cunning of Oduk. Oduk led the warriors like the wind that bends tall grass. He struck fast, moving his men like the herds drive his cattle. The enemy fell, confused and broken, and when the sun rose, it was the Iteso who still stood, the land defended, their honor intact. But victory, my children, is like a ripe fruit. It does not last forever. The years passed and Oduk grew weary. His hands, once strong as the roots of the acacia, trembled. His steps, once as sure as tracks of elephant, faltered. Oduk was now old. He stood before his people one last time, leaning on his spear. My children, the time has come for the spear to pass from my hands to yours. Guard our land like the termite guards his mound. For if you forget where you came from, you will be lost like a leaf in the wind. Remember our ways, honor our ancestors, and never let the flame of the Iteso die. He took his spear and plants it on the ground, and silence fills the air. And so, Oduk left this world, but his spirit did not vanish like smoke in the wind. No, his name lived on, whispered by the trees, carried by the rivers, and told by the elders when the fire burns bright. Even now, if you listen closely, you can hear his voice in the wind, reminding us that as the people who forget their past are like a tree with no roots, and we, my children, must never forget. Eyala Manoli.